Hello everyone. As you know, we have already covered the replication setup without authorization. In this video, we are going to understand how we can set up replication with authorization. So for this, already you know that we have three node architecture. So first you have to go to, this is M2. Let's go to our, okay. So very first thing you have to go to your configuration file. Here it is. As of now, replication is stopped on all the three nodes. So this is our configuration file. In configuration file, you have to enable replication. And also authorization. Keep in mind, before enabling authorization, you have to create a user on the database. If you will directly enable authorization here and you have not any user on the database, then you will not able to connect to the database. So first go to the, I am just writing here the step 1, create a root user in each db. For example, you can create user using, or I have already created one. Step 2, log out from db and edit configuration file. What you have to edit? You have to enable the replication. You have to enable authorization is equal to enabled, and the key file is used here to authorization to authorize the connecting servers. I'm keeping blank here. Now to create a key file, there are some steps you have to follow. First of all, go to root, go within a root user directory. Then you have to make directory mongo key. You can give any name as per your choice. Mongo key is here, and in that you have to just run this command. It will create a key like this, but I already have a key, so and I already have a key, so I will paste here in the file and make sure that this file should be present in all the three nodes, mongo 1, mongo 2 and mongo 3. So let's go to this directory. There is nothing. Vi key, let's copy this, exit. Now check whether this key or not. Yes, key is here. And to find the path of that key so that we can paste in the configuration file, you can use command key. Let's check. It is finding all the files which have key name. So we have key. After that, let me paste this step here. Enable authorization, enable replication, add KeyFIle using below commands. First of all, you have to make directory, and then you have to create this key and make sure this key file should be on all the three nodes. Since I have already made the key, I'm just pasting here this one. When you will create the key very first time, when you will create the key very first time, you will use this command. You have not you have not uh, used, if you have not used this command in any of the nodes, then you can go with this command. If you have used this command any of the time, then only you have to just copy this file from one server and put it on the other server. Then you have to grant read permission to the owner only. This means the only owner of this file will be reading this key file. I am just granting the permission. Done. Now you have to it is since one more thing, you have to grant this permission to the MongoDB service. Grant permission to file as owner to MongoDB in KeyFIle authorization. Can use this one. Sorry, this is on the server. This is done. Now you have to again go to the configuration file and you have to paste this path. Let's go to the configuration file. Here you have to paste the path of the file. Make sure you must give a space between the file. We were having this opt mongo key slash key. Now let's try starting our MongoDB service. We will check the status. Now you can see our MongoDB is up and running. Let's connect. You can see it will not connect to this because first of all we have not mentioned our host IP. So let's mention our host IP. This is our Mongo 2. Okay, so for Mongo 2 let's give the IP of the server. Now when you will use SODB, we are able to find here. But one thing is that since we have enabled authorization, it would not, you know, going to log in without any data, user ID and password. So let's get exit and see the configuration. Okay, so we have to restart from here. Actually we have to stop and start. Now you can see we are not able to connect this. because it will require a password. Now let's connect using password, use credentials. So I have my credential for the server. Let's connect from, yes, IP is this one. It is again giving it. Let's check the status of the MongoDB service. Why it is rating it is failed? Unrecognized process management and authorization. Okay, we have missed something here. Let's again go to the configuration file. It is saying unauthorization option process management dot authorization. Okay, so we have not uncommented this security section. Now it will definitely work. Let's start MongoDB open. Now direct connect with this user. It will connect, but you will not able to see the privileged database. For example, you are not authorized to see this. Now you have to connect with the credential. So since replication is not enabled, this will not give the data. Once replication will be enabled, you can see the data. So this is example how you can enable authorization in the replication. First you have to create the user, then you have to enable authorization, enable replication, add the key file as shown in the video. You have to give the permissions using first you have to create the directory, and you can create the key using this command. After creating key, you have to give the read permission to the owner, and you have to make owner to the MongoDB user using this command. Then you have to restart the MongoDB service. Make sure, I'm writing here, make sure this key will be copied to each server. So let's copy this to this server too. I will first of all, I have already created the user. Now I will go to, I will first of all I will make the directory and file, so that after creating and giving permission to the file, I will directly edit configuration file. I am just going to root user. I have created directory. Now I will go to this directory. I will paste the key I have already created. This is done. Check whether it is there or not. Is it is there. Now we have to give permission. Give permission. Now you have to give permission to the MongoDB as owner. This is also done. Now you have to go to the configuration file. So let's go to the conf file. Now here we have to enable security. Make sure to remove comment here, as we were doing mistake in setting the authorization in M2 server. Authorization enabled. Key file. Paste the path of the key file here. I'm just copying from other server. Key file also done. Now on comment replication. This is also done. Save. Now this is done. Now let's restart. MongoDB service. First stop it and then we will start. Let's check the status here. It is up and running. So let's start setting up replication. We have this one as M2. This is M2. This is M3. And this will be M1. Now considering this as primary, we are going to set up replication, so we will follow the same step. We have already binded the port, then we have restarted. Only we have to run this one. Okay, we have to just go to the MongoDB. It will not run on the operating system. We have to go inside the, this is done. It is saying it is secondary. Now let's log in this server. This is secondary. Now log in this server. This is 29.92. I think there is some issue in this service. Okay, port number is missing here. 27017 would be there. Now we will again connect this. You can see this is primary. So we have one primary and two secondary. Now let's check the status. You can use rs.status here. So we have one member that is primary, other is secondary, and this is secondary. Now let's start failover. For example, I'm just shutting down this. Now let's check whether which of the two servers has become the primary. So this has become primary and this one will be secondary. This is secondary. So this was the second way where we can set up the replication with authorization, and this is production suitable. So thanks for watching the video. In next session we will continue with the sharding concept. Thanks everyone.